Good morning, good afternoon, good evening, depends upon the location from where you're watching this video. My name is Sam and I am a business intelligence developer. As you have seen that the India's financial problem is quite epidemic and it needs a particular suit. I have devised the model using the data available from the India's revenue sector. Now I cannot share you the location, neither I can share you the data as because it is a quite confidential that I have downloaded using my own credentials. The data which I've actually taken it from is into this particular sector, and finally I have devised a model which gives me this particular relationships. In these relationships I have seen we have seen and I have shown it to you that this particular table, which is called as the fact table, and this one is the dim table. That means this is the data table and this is the lookup table. So we have already worked upon the data table or fact table in my previous video. Today we will work upon, or furthermore we'll work upon the dim table or the lookup table. So let's go with it, and let's see how I can be of any help, or how can we together solve this problem of the India's financial problem. So let's begin with the loan. In this loan, we will use this time the very usual measure, which is the count rows. So I will take the loan, the new measure as basically I'll take the count, or I will take the total loans that has India has taken so far. So I will use the count rows, and with this count rows, my intelligence is pointing me out to give me a table, and I will definitely happy to give, which is the loan. And once I do it, my measure is been committed, and we can see this in here. Now similarly I will go for the money as well. So in this money, let me just close this branch, and if I use the same measure for the money, I will take the total money, and which will be count rows for money, and this will give me, or my measure will be committed in here, as you can see this part from this branch. Now the payment structure you can see as from the relationship window. The payment structure is basically an integral part of the investment, and I need to understand the distinct count for that particular loan number which is lying over in here. So if I take the payment structure, the the loan number is particularly, which is quite a concern about because each one of are been into either fully repaid or partially repaid, and that where I want to understand the distinct count for each particular type of the value through which I can able to derive my measures and derive my stuff. So what I will do is I will take the payment, and in here as usual I will take this payment and I will use this measure, and from here I will do the total done payment using the distinct count, and I will take as the payment. Definitely it will ask me a column name, so I will use my loan number as my column name, and it will commit to my measure, as you can see it in here. Now I have done a small single mistake, which I admit that I have done it, but let me just quickly repair as well. My interest rate, my amount are all in default. I haven't used any single currency. So in this I will use the currency which is basically into the rupees. That means if it has to be in English rupees, and for this rupees India has recently made their own currency. So if I do this, I can get my English currency just right in here, and similarly I can get for the original principal amount. So I will get this done very quickly. So I'm in here now, so therefore I have done the measures in here. So now we will go for the display of all these parts. So let's first begin with the name of this particular session. So if I go to the money and I take the original prepaid amount, that or the principal amount, and if I keep this in here, I can put this into that particular 14.27 million rupees. Similarly, if I that is the original principal amount which has been disbursed, and if I take the disbursed amount and I keep it in here, I can understand that it is $11 million rupees has been disbursed from the account. And if I take about the cancelled amount, that is the money which has been cancelled so far, I can take it as the 740,000 rupees. 7,40,000 rupees has been actually cancelled from this dealing of transactions. Furthermore, if I take the account of using a cluster chart index, and in that if I use my loan type into the axis and the total number of money, if I take it in the value, it is giving me this particular perspective in here, which shows that the single currency has absolutely very low value than the fiscal type of loan debt. That's it. That is the fiscal type of loan debt is much more higher than the single currency type of the loan debt. Furthermore, if I use the in the value chart about the payment system, so if I take it in here and if I use the payment method such as the loan status into this, and if I take the interest rate that has been applied to this loan status and the end of period that I need that the India or the Indian banks need to pay each quarter, it is quite a big high. I can make it a little bit of sizable using my text size, which I can do it from here. And also I can use my interest rate, which or I can use the data bars using my conditional formatting. So if I go to here, my loan status, it is showing what I need for the interest rate, and if I show it, it is giving me this particular type. I particularly want to change the color, so I will take it, and the negative I will use it for the golden. So if I do it, I can get it up in here. Now, if I want to look upon the payment method that has been done for the couple of time or the couple of legend that has been happened in the past, I can again use the clustered column chart in here, and in this I can take it out that the loan status, I want to keep this in the legend, and I want to use the total done payment into the value section, which gives me this particular type of visualization that is showing that ultimately this the undisbursed amount, the signed amount has a much more loan status or the loan pending rather than any other, and this gets much more clarification if I use a ribbon chart, which gives me the perspective of the which gives me the perspectives of the loan status. That is, if I use in the axis part is the loan status, and furthermore I take the two different measures into the values, keeping my total loans from here in this part, it is giving me this particular visualization. Notice I want to change the data colors, So if I use the total done payment into this part, I can get it a much more clear visualization as per my requirements. And of course, data labels can be on, that can give me the particular scenario. And with this, I would love to uh, show you more in my next videos, and this next time we will much more go in-depth analysis using DAX, that what made this money or what made this currency to be much more goes into deficit and into the very deniable or very less part of it. So thank you for coming to this channel, and if you like this video, please don't forget to subscribe my channel, don't forget to press the like, and don't forget to press the bell button for the latest updates. Till then, have a good day. Bye.